My friend. What another great song by an artist that I haven't heard before. Always a pleasure. My name is Wago Howard. I teach the music. So if you dig it, thumbs up, subscribe, put something cool in the comment section, and put your request. Maybe we can do something together. When we're just starting this off, it really has like a dun-da-dee kind of feel. We've got an E major, another really big bummer of this, G major, and then an A major. When you're playing with all the versions I found online, their tuning isn't in 440. It's like in 435. Real bummer. Or 438 or something. Very close, but is just right off. It is not exactly in tune with standard tuning, at least in the Western ear. So this one's going to do an E, G, A one time out there and start droning monotonally. Now it is an E major, but I would definitely just play it as a 5 chord. Maybe give some Steve Morrissey stuff. Those little 8th note picks. When we're doing this, however, the blows down the devil, holding the rights in the morning, the D's and the steaming, 45 degrees. Time has come, say fair is fair, to pay the rent, pay our share. Time has come, accept the fact, belongs to me, let's give it back. How can we dance when our earth is turning? How do we sleep while the beds are burning? Oh, how can we dance when the earth is turning? Oh, how do we sleep when our beds are burning? It's metaphorical. So what we're doing is a verse and a chorus. The whole song is exactly that. There's one little part I want to show you later, but check it out. We're going to be playing the intro of E, G, A, and then we're going to be playing our E, down, down, up, 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 down, over and over again. You can give a couple of 16ths in there. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a down, down, E, down, down, E, down, down, E, down, down, E, down. If you get 2 players playing, even better, more rhythm. And then when we go from the E, which is essentially the verse, it drones through, and then it goes to the chorus, you would have that E, D, 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 the D, 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 or actually, I would call this intro E, G, A, and then the E would be droning. That would be the verse, and then the post-chorus would be the E to the D, A, E, E to the D, A, and then it hit a blaring F-sharp major. Excellent. If you're not familiar with this bar chord, you take what you know as being not your E minor, but your E major with the G sharp, you scoot it on up, and then bar that 2nd fret. If you're having a hard time, you can just push down this one as hard as you possibly can. The 3 things I look for in a player when they start is the thumb is directly on the back of this neck, not sticking over the top, not ducked down here like hiding, not going like this up with the headstock, but just right on the back. And then the amount of pressure you need to make a bar chord is about the amount that you don't lose the guitar when just simply holding it like this. That's about the amount of pressure. If you keep working at it daily, it gets easier. And if you play chords like D major, C major, and G major, and you can play them with different fingerings, then these chords become the foundation of moving your chord systems and playing the K system. Anyway, I digress. The whole song goes through our verse, our chord, our verse, our chord. In between each one of these, we're putting a... So that intro that we learn is in between each one of these. Almost towards the end, after we do a verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, it goes to the end and just does, how can we dance to the chorus C, to the G, and you're expecting it can go 2 times, and it doesn't. It does the E minor, to the C, then to the D, then it does the E minor, C, G, D, E minor, C, D, and then the outros with. Not to tell you what to do, but I would definitely jam this one out on just the chords and then go over the top of it and see how you could put a little solo in there. They don't really go into a big solo. I have not seen any of their live stuff, so I'm going to go check them out today after work. Other than that, thank you for the request. I enjoy learning new music. If you do too, subscribe. Aloha!